On tonight's episode of The Huntsman, we're back in Hungary with our very good friends at Wonderhart. It's Roebuck's on the menu again, but this time head honcho Tamas is out to put a buck on the table. We've recently spent plenty of time in Hungary assisting Tamas with his Roebuck call and taking several bucks for the dinner table. There's such a wealth of healthy and strong game animals in the vast countryside of Hungary that it makes for a perfect hunting environment. Whether it's rolling hills of the west or the Great Plains of the south, there's hunting to suit everyone. Hungary's economy relies heavily on its agricultural industry and vast farms stretching for miles in every direction. Whether it's crops or cattle, the farms here stretch for miles, and keeping their valuable assets safe from predators and pests is key. However, it's not easy with so much land to cover. Luckily enough, we've brought the perfect tool for patrolling the night looking for predators and checking game numbers, the NiteSite Spotter Xtreme.
So we've been hunting here with Wonderhart for Roebuck, which is an important part of managing these estates. But it isn't just the Roebuck that can cause themselves to be a bit of a nuisance. Wild boar cause more damage than any other mammal here in Europe. And here's a great example. It's been walking across a field to retrieve a Roebuck that we killed earlier. Along this field we can see where all the freshly planted crops, all those nice green shoots, have been rooted up by the pigs. Tom, tell us a little bit about this sort of damage. It looks very uniform, looks very neat.
Yeah, because they smell the corn underneath, and they just go in rows. They don't waste any energy to
That's like a machine.
And finding. Yeah,
it looks almost as efficient as when the tractor first put the crops in. Yeah. They follow the exact route and they've rooted up, and basically this looks like, well, close to half an acre's worth of crop that's already been harvested. If you look at the bare patches across the top, and it's almost as if they're going down in rows and then back again. Yeah. So how do you stay on top of this type of problem?
You know what, probably we can come out in the evening and try to help the guys to save the crop.
Yeah, okay. Well, we've got a NiteSite Spotter Xtreme, which has been designed specifically for this type of purpose. It allows you to spot game, see the size, the type, the number of animals, and then from there you can make your decision as to how you control them. So, but they're not going to be out in this. We've got to come back a little bit later.
Ian, Robbie and Tamas head out in the Huntsman just before sunset to patrol for destructive wild boar. There's plenty of roe deer feeding in the cool, early evening sun. The guys make their way around the large farm, but there's no sign of wild boar yet. As the sun sets, it's time to let the NiteSite Spotter Xtreme do its thing. Its 5 bright LEDs can illuminate the night, and it's capable of seeing for up to 500 metres without the help of ambient light. It's the perfect tool for covering large areas of ground, searching for problem pests. Tamas scans the darkness. Although he hasn't spotted any boar, he can see this farm's deer clear as day, and without a light alerting them to his presence, he can watch them feed and go about their business. Perfect for any farmer wanting to check his cattle at night, to watch what game is moving about his land or looking for pests. There's plenty of roe deer, red deer and fallow deer all across this farm. But still, no sign of boar.
So Thomas, what a long but fruitless night. We've been driving around for around, I don't know, 6 hours, looking for that elusive wild boar. Now the good news is, there's no wild boar out there. And the way that we knew there's no wild boar out there was we've not seen him with a NiteSite. So what do you think to this incredible piece of kit?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I never use that because, you know, we don't use any night vision for hunting in Hungary.
No, just for observation.
It's just for observation. It's very interesting.
Yeah, well, what the guys at NiteSite have designed this for is not just the observation, but also the identification. So we've seen 3 different species of deer tonight, and we know they're 3 different species because we've been able to clearly identify them at ranges up to, I'd say, 500 yards or there or thereabouts. Obviously, what we were hoping to see is wild boar. So why have they not come out tonight, do you think?
Because the cover is so big.
So they're out there, we've just not been able to see them?
Yeah, I think so.
So at least we've seen an awful lot of ground, and we've had a bit of fun. Would you say so?
Yeah.
And we've got to put the NiteSite Spotter Xtreme to the test. But now, I think I'm ready for a coffee. Can we go home
Me
now?
too, yeah.
Thanks very much, man.
Cheers.
It's just after dawn, and Tamas is loading his rifle ready for a morning stalk.
We are in Hungary again, after Roebucks. We still do the kind of management hunt. So we try to choose the weak and no good trophy Roebucks. We had the rain last night, so it's quite foggy this morning. We'll see what we can get.
There's a heavy mist in the early morning sky, making visibility slightly limited. Tamas heads out in the Huntsman for a stalk. There's so much ground to cover that the truck allows him to get across the farm quickly. He's not gotten far when he spots a buck feeding. Without any time to stalk in, Tamas steadies himself on the bonnet. But the buck isn't hanging around.
We spotted a good car buck, but he was a bit jumpy. We had no time to shoot. Carry on.
Tamas heads on again, and it isn't long before he sees more movement. He creeps out of the truck and collects his rifle. But the deer don't hang around. Tamas and the Huntsman move on again. As the sun begins to rise and the warmth burns off the mist, Tamas has spotted another nice buck. Tamas and his guide glass him for a while. But he's not the buck they want.
Spotted a good buck, but the PH decided we don't shoot him because he's too young. So probably he will be 2-3 years time, he will be a big trophy animal.
Tamas and his guide decide to head out on foot. There's a nice cull buck feeding on the hill, way out in front of them.
Our guide said we can shoot him, so it's game on.
They watch the buck for a little while.
It's very difficult because bugs all around us and they're already barking. They know we are here.
The buck looks comfortable enough and isn't concerned about the others barking around him. Tamas sets up on the sticks and gets the buck in his sights. It's a long shot. But Tamas makes it and the buck drops. Ian's trusty Stiller Predator has done the job once again. Tamas jumps into the truck and heads in to collect his quarry. The buck passed immediately, and as Tamas approaches, it's perfectly still. The shot was good, and the buck dropped, kicked and rolled a little, but passed. The Stiller Predator is on the money again.
So this is a good example of the carbuck in Hungary. The antlers are very narrow. One point is missing. Weak antlers. It was a good decision to take off him from breeding. It was also a good experience, quite exciting stalking. We spot him from distance, and we stalked in, and we had some barks around us from the other bucks. Fortunately, he ran towards us, and we stopped him, and I shot him from 230 meters.
Tamas's guide performs the age-old Hungarian ritual of showing respect for the fallen game. The buck is then tagged and loaded into the truck, ready to be sent to the chiller. Tamas loads the Stiller Predator into its gun case and back into the gun trays before heading back to base. Another successful Hungarian Roebuck hunt for the Coalbucks, and once again, venison is on the menu. To find out more about the amazing Isuzu D-Max Huntsman, visit isuzooutdoorlife.co.uk.